Thought the Ravens season opener was impressive? Forget that. It's even better than we thought. Zay Flowers came out firing, leading the NFL in receiving yards in the first game and showing that every single touch can turn into something huge. Even with just a few passes, he made every play count, making it clear right away that he could be the engine driving the entire offense. And it doesn't stop there. He's lining up alongside Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, two NFL monsters, and he still managed to stand out. Every move he makes is a threat. Every run opens up space. And the chemistry of this trio could be devastating if it keeps clicking. What you're about to see proves that the Ravens might be starting something truly special. And the details ahead will make you rethink everything you thought about this team. Did you catch how Zay Flowers came out swinging in the season opener? The guy finished with 143 receiving yards, leading the NFL right off the bat. And the most impressive part? He did it on just 7 catches from 9 targets. Every time the ball came his way, it was like he was saying, no matter how many times you throw me the ball, I'm going to make it count. It's the kind of start that makes you wonder if we're witnessing the beginning of something really big. But it's not just the yardage that stands out. Flowers showed insane efficiency, catching nearly everything thrown his way and turning it into explosive plays. He doesn't need tons of targets to make an impact. His talent is in maximizing every opportunity. It's like he has a radar, knowing exactly when to accelerate, cut, and create the space to rack up those game-changing yards. Even with all that individual brilliance, the team ended up losing 41-40 to the Bills. But Flowers' presence didn't go unnoticed. He scored a touchdown, led the passing game, and showed that even in a tight matchup, he can keep the offense alive and dangerous. The loss may sting, but for Flowers, it was a statement game that got everyone's attention. What's really exciting is that he's carrying expectations already. After 2 promising seasons, many didn't see Flowers as a record-breaking threat. But this game proved he has everything it takes to be the key piece Baltimore needed in their offense. He combines explosiveness, football IQ, and the ability to turn just a few touches into huge gains. So, if he starts like this, the big question is, can he keep up this level of efficiency in the coming games? And how will it impact the Ravens' offense as a whole, especially with other talented players around him? That's exactly what we're diving into when we look closer at Flowers' efficiency and how he's changing the game for Baltimore. What really stands out about Flowers isn't just the yardage. It's how he makes every touch count. In the first game, he averaged 16.8 yards per touch and 15.9 per target. Every time the ball got to him, he turned it into something dangerous. It's like he has a secret trick. He gains ground fast, avoids tackles, and keeps the offense moving. For the Ravens, that's gold. Having someone you can trust to flip plays at key moments. That efficiency also creates a ripple effect for the whole offense. When defenders see Flowers running free, they have to adjust, which opens space for other receivers and even the run game. He draws attention while creating opportunities for the whole team. He's not just a highlight reel. He changes the dynamic of the entire offense. And it's not just about speed. Flowers knows how to position himself, use his body, and move intelligently, taking advantage of every inch of the field. He doesn't need tons of touches to make a difference. He maximizes every chance. That's why, even with just a handful of passes, his presence is felt. Defenders have to think twice before leaving him uncovered. But all this efficiency comes with big expectations. Now that he's proven he can dominate even with limited opportunities, the Ravens will need him to sustain this level. If Flowers keeps this up, he won't just lead in yards. He could become the engine that drives the entire offense. And that brings us to the next point. Despite Flowers' incredible performance, the team still came up short, and understanding that context is key to seeing his true impact. Even with Flowers flying high and showing he can be decisive, the Ravens couldn't secure the win. They fell 41-40 to the Bills, which is a reminder that in football, a stellar individual performance doesn't always guarantee a victory. But here's the thing. Flowers didn't disappear from the game. He scored a touchdown, led the passing attack, and made defenders sweat every inch. He's the kind of player who shines even when the team doesn't win. This loss also shows the team's balance. Baltimore entered the season with high expectations, but they still need to fine-tune pieces. especially in protection and defense, for individual performances like Flowers to turn into wins. He's doing his part, but he can't carry it all alone. This kind of game highlights that the team is still adjusting, and Flowers will only become more crucial in the process. Plus, his performance proves that even when the team slips up, there's reason for optimism. He's a consistent point, someone you can rely on to make explosive plays. And that raises an interesting question. If Flowers can be this efficient in a tight game, imagine what he can do once the whole offense starts firing on all cylinders. So even with the loss, Flowers comes out stronger. He showed talent, intelligence, and speed, proving he's more than just a promising player. He's a cornerstone of this offense. And his consistency now makes you wonder, could this be the breakout season everyone's been waiting for? That's exactly what we're about to explore.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself.
Zay Flowers already had 2 solid seasons under his belt, but no one expected him to start this strong. What we saw in the opener makes it clear he has all the tools for a breakout season. The kind of year that turns promise into stardom. He combines speed, smarts, and the ability to create plays out of nowhere. And if he keeps this up, he could be the reliable piece the Ravens need to dominate offensively. What's most impressive is how Flowers maximizes every play. He doesn't need to catch 15 passes per game. He turns just a few touches into big gains. That ability to make an immediate impact is crucial for a team aiming to compete at the top of the NFL. He's the type of player who changes the game without needing the spotlight all the time, but the stats show exactly how indispensable he is. Of course, maintaining this level would be almost historic. To consistently replicate what he did in the opener, it would take one of the best seasons ever at his position. But even if he doesn't reach that, it's realistic to expect Flowers to rise to a reliable, consistent level, helping Baltimore reach the dominant offense everyone envisioned before the season. He's already shown explosiveness. Now the challenge is sustaining it. And that sets up the next question. Flowers isn't alone. He's part of a star trio with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and his success depends on how he meshes and shines alongside these team legends. The next part shows exactly how he fits into this group and what it means for the Ravens' offensive future. Zay Flowers is talented, but he's lining up with 2 NFL giants, Lamar Jackson, a 2-time MVP, and Derrick Henry, practically a Hall of Famer. And yet, he stood out and proved he can keep pace with these elite teammates. In the opener, he was fast, decisive, and efficient, showing he can be a key part of this trio. It's not easy to shine next to players of that caliber, but Flowers made his mark right away. His integration into this trio is strategic for Baltimore. Jackson and Henry draw a lot of attention from defenders, which opens up opportunities for Flowers. But he also needs to capitalize on those chances and prove he's more than just a compliment. In the first game, he did exactly that. He not only fit in, he stood out, showing he can be the surprise element that keeps the offense unpredictable. Plus, the chemistry between these 3 could be devastating if it holds up throughout the season. Flowers brings speed and playmaking ability. Jackson leads with vision and precision, and Henry dominates on the ground. Together, they have the potential to form one of the NFL's most balanced and dangerous offenses. And Flowers, even as the youngest of the group, has already proven he's up to the challenge. At the end of the day, this integration is critical for the Ravens to reach the level everyone expected before the season. Flowers has shown he can stand out among stars, and his early performance is just the beginning. The big question now is, can he maintain this level and, alongside Jackson and Henry, turn the Ravens into a dominant force in the league? The answer should start to become clear in the coming games, and that's when the story really unfolds. At the end of the day, Zay Flowers has proven he's not just here to show up. He's here to make a real impact. From leading the NFL in yards in the opener to seamlessly integrating with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, he's already showing he could be the piece the Ravens needed to take their offense to the next level. Every play, every touch, every yard makes it clear he has potential to transform this team. Now the big question is, can Flowers keep this pace and, alongside Jackson and Henry, elevate the Ravens to a level nobody expected? If this chemistry continues, and he keeps making the most of every opportunity, what we've seen so far could just be the start of something truly epic this season.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.